Okay, let's just start in a seat and do a moment of centering. And as you start to breathe into your body, start to really move the breath a bit and feel free to, I'm going to go ahead and back up. Feel free to start to really move the breath and move the body in any way that facilitates that. So you could bring your arms up as you inhale and bring them down as you exhale, or you can go out as you inhale and come in, maybe hug yourself as you exhale. Or you can do a more subtle bit of movement, like just really lifting as you inhale, and or maybe even like a seated cat-cow. Just close your eyes and start to breathe into your body with a little bit of effort, a little bit of intentionally moving the breath. And remember the importance of exhalations, because you have to create capacity in the lungs by releasing so that there's space for bringing in. And just take another 10 seconds. And then sometime soon, just seal the lips if they're not already sealed and start to let the breath settle. And you guys both know my visualization for this, like a shaken up snow globe that you sit down and everything just starts to slowly settle. And just let your breath and even your body start to settle in that way. And feel free to bring your hands to your body in a way that feels good. Hands on the heart, on the belly, one on each. Hands in the lap or on the thighs, whatever feels right for you. I feel called to just share what we'll be doing in the meditation about cultivating a relationship to our inner resource. I'll briefly repeat this as we go into meditation, but for now, let's just sort of meditate and feel into this tool that helps us experience a sense of well-being, whatever our life circumstance. Our inner resource is a personal safe haven where we feel secure and safe and at ease and experience a sense of well-being and of peace of mind. This can be a real or imagined place that is somewhere you've been. Feel free to use images to help you develop your inner resource. There might be, you might associate this with certain people or animals or favorite things or meaningful symbols or nature or simply the feeling of well-being. It's unique to you. So just really just feel into in this moment what your inner resource might be for you, and just feel it sort of blossoming into a powerful tool that you can use at any time. Place that you can go during this practice, during daily life, or whenever you feel, overwhelmed by emotion or thoughts or situation. You can invite this feeling of safety, well-being, peace, security, ease. You can invite this feeling into your body and mind. Good. Okay. Let's do a bit of movement. So you can just stay here seated. I'm going to back up a little. And just start to hold on to the knees. If you can sit with them crossed, or if one leg is out, just anchor your hands is really the point, so that you can just start to move around within the framework of your pelvis and your shoulder girdle. And so you can go back and forth, or side to side, or sort of around in a circle like I'm doing. I just want to invite you to let it be intuitive. And just change something up now. If you're doing something one-sided, do the other side, or if you're circling, maybe go the other way. And again, the point here is not to worry too much about structure or specifics, but just move in a way that feels good to your body right now. And in doing so, you invite your body to feel good, right? You sort of create the container for a good feeling. And so that right there is something to appreciate. Okay, change it up again. If you're going in circles, go back and forth, or if you're going back and forth, go in circles. Or something totally different. Again, as I've said twice already, it's really not about doing anything specific, more about just exploring range of motion and what feels good. All right, nice job. Last change up here. We'll just have about 15 more seconds. Before we move on to something else. So just let yourself feel as if you've moved here seated in ways that feel good. Let it be satisfying. Make sure you feel satisfied. All right, nice job. Good work. Take your time. Come on back to center, and let's just come down onto our backs. You can hug the knees into the chest. You can rock a bit side to side. And then if it feels good, consider dropping the legs to one side for a twist. The hand that's on that same side can be placed on the outside edge of the top knee to sort of anchor it down if that feels good. And then I also recommend that you maybe scoot the shoulder out on the same side that the knees are on to help open up through the other side. And come back to really moving your breath a bit, and focus especially on those exhalations, because then your in-breath can really show you where the body is holding or gripping. So like for me, I really empty out, and then when I go to inhale, I feel my rib cage do a pretty good job of expanding, but this sort of outer hip, low back area just clamps down and doesn't expand with the in-breath. So I can take maybe one more breath on this side and see what I can do to undo what is just chronic tension there. And I soften and allow that area to receive the breath a little more. All right, good. Take your time. One knee at a time back to center. rolling a bit to square yourself up or straighten yourself out if necessary, and then go to the other side. And again, the hand on the same side as the knees can sort of anchor the knees down if that's helpful. The shoulder on the same side of the knees can scoot out from underneath of you a bit so that you can roll open through the other side. And then just settle in and use your breath to do the work from the inside out. And just really let yourself be aware of the places and the ways in which you tense and grip. And remember that working with that is always about undoing. I can't tell you how long in my practice I would find those, quote unquote, tight areas, and I would exert effort to try to pull and stretch those more. And it's totally counterproductive. All right, good. One more breath on this side. And then take your time coming back to center. A little side to side motion. And maybe just let the knees open a little more. You can reach down. You can hold on to the outsides of the knees and just let them open, sort of opening in the inner thighs a bit. Make sure that your tailbone is really staying down. You can, if it's available, reach down and grab hold of the outsides of the feet and open the legs up a bit. Commonly called happy baby pose, Ananda Balasana. Okay, good. All right, take your time bringing your feet back down. We're going to do one more thing here on our back. Feel free to do some windshield wipering if that feels good. And just let the feet be hips width apart and the toes pointed forward here. And just bring the arms down alongside. And we're just going to do some dynamic bridge poses. So press into the feet, lift the hips, really press the pubic bone up. Keep the back of the head pressing down so that there's space between the back of your neck and the floor, and then lower down. And just do that a few more times. Inhale up. Exhale down. Make sure that you're pressing your knees towards your toes and that you're reaching your tailbone towards the space between your knees and really pressing your pubic bone up. And go lower if that is what's necessary to really keep that integrity. What you don't want to do is let the butt drop down. You really want to, it's really about the pelvis lifting and almost tucking. If you want to add the arms, we'll do this for about 10 more seconds. You can reach up as you lift and come down as you lower. I don't know if I said 10 more times or 10 more seconds, but I meant 10 more seconds. All right, good. Take your arms to cactus the next time you lower down. And just take a moment here to observe the breath moving the rib cage horizontally. I've done this before. Expanding out to the sides as you inhale and back to the center. There's something really relaxing about this, and I'll just mention that when you're calling on your inner resource, this might be something that you pay attention to. That as you breathe, just these little sort of side ribs between like your armpits and your waist, to really focus on that movement out away from center and back, not so much the up and down of the chest or the belly or even in the back, but out into the sides, that widening. I'm not sure why this has such a positive effect on your nervous system. Let's see if I can find out what it really does. Okay. So let's start moving into position for our meditation. And I'll invite you to either do this now or once you get more settled for meditation, but a couple of big breaths for our guided breath work. We'll keep it really simple, but a couple of big breaths as we've been doing, but just tensing and releasing as you exhale. We've done this before, but what I want you to really focus on is having that exhalation and the release be kind of dramatic. I'm going to sit up and show you what I mean. So if you're able to see, just watch for a sec. So inhale and tense up. And then the exhale and the release, I want it to be like this. Like overly dramatized. Again, you can do some of that now. You can do it as you're setting up. You can do it once you're set up. You don't have to do a whole bunch of it. But that's a bit of there's a somatic connection there. Just take another 2 minutes or so to do some of that tensing and releasing with the breath and to get settled for meditation. Okay. And so I'll just sort of review what we've already talked about in terms of the theme of our meditation is really cultivating a deeper relationship with our inner resource, which is really just a way of saying, tap into that quiet place, but often sort of like the lily pads that we were talking about earlier, oftentimes it can be helpful to make our way toward that place, especially when we're feeling overwhelmed, upset, worried. It can be helpful to take a smaller step toward more of a real or even an imagined place that evokes ease and wellness. Right? Like for me, I spent a lot of time on the beach as a kid with my grandma, who was so beloved, and it's just something about the warmth and the sounds of the ocean and the sounds of families and being close to my grandmother, who's just someone who really saw me and accepted me and appreciated me and uplifted me. That would be a great place to start to cultivate this concept of an inner resource. And then, of course, as you recognize more and more that that feeling can be there without imagining or recalling a place and a person and sounds and temperature feeling in the body. When you start to recognize that that sense of acceptance and well-being and ease, contentment, is there no matter what life looks like on the outside. And you can start to go there whenever you need to. And at its essence, this is really about connecting to the truth that that endless supply of well-being and inner peace and ease and security is the essence of who we are. So just let yourself have one more moment to really cultivate that within yourself in whatever way is best for you now. And just recognize the support that you're receiving in this moment, the surface your body is resting on. The clothes, blankets, pillows, towels, whatever it is you're using to support your body. Just allow yourself to make any very small adjustments in this moment to be just 5 or 10% more comfortable. And it may not be actually any moving or changing anything. It may be an inner undoing of perpetual gripping, holding, bracing. And let yourself just welcome this moment and this experience and the experience of the meditation and any messengers that arise during this meditation, any feelings and sensations in the body, any thoughts, any emotions. Just welcome them by allowing them to be present without needing to change or fix or make anything happen. And as you do this, as you welcome whatever is arising, you learn to be at ease. And you discover that place within you that's always at ease and peaceful. So that you can start to experience yourself as an unchanging, well being. So let's move attention around the body, noticing what's present as it is. Start with the mouth. I'm going to go rather quickly, so just let yourself land, notice, and move on. Feel the mouth as a whole, the lips, teeth, gums, the roof of the mouth, the inner cheeks, the tongue. Feel the throat, the hinge of the jaw. Become aware of the ears, the outer ears, and the inner ears. Really witness the ears receiving sound. Feel yourself hearing in this moment. Become aware of the forehead and the eyebrows and the eyes. Notice the eyelids, the places where the eyelids touch, the surfaces of the eyes, the backs of the eyes. And feel the eyes as a whole once more. Become aware of the nose now, the nose as a whole, the tip of the nose, the nostrils. Feel the breath moving in and out of the nostrils. Feel the whole face now. Feel the scalp and the whole head. Move your awareness down the neck now. Feel the back of the neck and the sides of the neck. And once more, the throat. Become aware of the shoulder girdle, the collarbones, the shoulder blades, the armpits, and the upper arm bones. Move your awareness down the arms to the elbows, down the forearms to the wrists. Feel the backs of the hands, the fingers and thumbs, the palms of the hands. Just become aware of both hands and both arms simultaneously. Feel the chest and the upper back. Feel the spine as a whole, moving from the skull all the way down to the tailbone. Notice the ribs extending out from the spine and around to the front of the torso. Feel the belly and the sides of the waist and the low back. Become aware of the pelvis as a whole. Feel the sacrum across the low back, the hip bones, they move around from the sides. Notice the pubic bone and the genitals. Feel the leg bones in the hip sockets and feel down the legs to the knees and down the lower legs to the ankles. Feel the tops of the feet and all 10 toes and the soles of the feet. Become aware of both feet and both legs at the same time. Sense the entire front of the body. Sense the entire back of the body. Become aware of the left side, the whole left side, and the right side, the whole right side. And sense the entire body. Sense the entire body as a field of radiant sensation. And be aware of all that is now present in your awareness. Feeling yourself as the one who's aware of everything that's present. So you sense what's present and then experience yourself as the field of awareness in which everything is coming and going. Whole body. Become aware of the whole body breathing. The flow of the breath as sensation in the nostrils, the abdomen gently rising as breath flows in and releasing as breath flows out. There's no need to manage anything. Just be aware of the body breathing naturally and rhythmically. You might sense the whole body gently expanding as you inhale, softening as you exhale. Each time you breathe in, you're receiving. And each time you breathe out, you're releasing. So begin counting each breath silently backwards from 7 to 1 and use the words receive and release. So like this, receive 7, release 7, receive 6, release 6. Keep going. If you lose count, begin again. Let go of counting now. No need to reach 1. And just be aware of the flow of sensation throughout the body, the mouth and face, scalp, neck, throat, shoulders, arms and hands, torso, pelvis, legs, feet. Awake and alert the body, a field of radiant sensation. Just be aware of all that's present in your awareness. Sense what's present. And then just really acknowledge yourself as the one who is aware of everything that's now present. Experience yourself dissolving into being the field of awareness. So remember that anytime you experience the need to feel secure and at ease, you can return to your inner resource at a moment's notice. So just bring attention to feelings that are present throughout the body, such as warmth or coolness, heaviness or lightness, comfort or discomfort. Just notice what's present and allow any of these feelings that are present to blossom fully into your body. And know that if no feelings are present, as may happen, simply welcome whatever is present. Just allow yourself to observe. Warmth or coolness, heaviness or lightness, comfort or discomfort. And if it's helpful, locate the opposite of any of the feelings that may be present. So if you feel coolness, find warmth. If you feel heaviness, find within you the experience of lightness. If you feel discomfort, allow yourself to find comfort. Just welcome an opposite of any feeling into the body. And now welcome both opposites of any feeling into the body at the same time. Without thinking, simply experience how doing this affects your body and mind. Can you allow and have the capacity for opposite feelings? Bring an emotion to mind that is present in your body. Bring attention to an emotion that is present in your body, or perhaps one that you've been experiencing in your life that you'd like to work with. You can also recall a memory that invites a particular emotion into your body. And just bring some awareness to it and welcome it as sensation into your body. So invite the emotion to unfold fully as sensation in the body so that you can observe. Of course, if no emotion is present, there's no need to make anything happen. As always, simply welcome whatever is present. If an emotion is present and you're allowing it to blossom fully as sensation, observe, where are you feeling it in your body? Allow it to blossom fully, while also welcoming any thoughts or images or memories that co-arise. And if it's helpful, allow an opposite emotion to emerge. Again, there's no need to overthink or scrutinize. It can be helpful to recall a memory that invites an opposite emotion. And if an opposite emotion emerges, notice, where do you experience it in your body? Take your time. Really welcome it. Take a moment now to just move back and forth several times between opposite emotions. There's no need to overly force it. You can really just sort of invite one and then the other, so that you can really just begin to observe, to sense how each of these emotions is experienced in the body. See now if you can invite both emotions into awareness at the same time. Keep it simple, just experience how this affects your body and mind. Just awareness. So just be aware of all that's present in your awareness. Feeling yourself as the one who's aware of everything that's present. Sense what's present and experience yourself as the field of awareness in which everything is arising. Remember, there's no right or wrong way of doing this, and that you're welcome to return to your inner resource at any time. Welcome now a thought or a belief that you have frequently, or a belief that you sometimes take to be true about yourself. As always, there's no need to make anything happen here. So if no thought or belief is arising in this moment, simply be with whatever's present. If there is a thought or a belief that arises as you hold in your awareness this thought or belief, Notice where and how do you feel it in your body. Sense how this thought or belief affects the entire body. And notice any images, emotions, or thoughts that co arise with this belief without trying to change anything. If it's helpful, bring to mind the opposite of this thought or belief. And notice as you hold this opposite thought or belief, how does it affect your body? As you hold in awareness this opposite thought or belief about yourself, how does it affect your body? Welcome any images, emotions, or memories that also emerge. Just being present to your experience as it is without trying to change or fix anything. And just be aware of all that is present in your awareness. Feeling yourself as the one who's aware of everything that's now present. Sense what's present. Then experience yourself as the field of awareness in which everything is arising. So be attentive now to sensations throughout your body of well being. You can recall an event, if it's helpful, from your life that invites this feeling of well being into your body right now. And just welcome whatever emerges just as it is. It may be helpful. I find it so helpful to really experience the sensation of well being as an inner smile. Feeling that inner smile radiates from your heart throughout your entire body, flowing out into your torso and arms and hands, down into the pelvis and legs and feet, and flowing up into the head and face, mouth and eyes, smiling, the entire body smiling, radiant and alive with a feeling of well being, connection to well being. Be aware of all that's now present in your awareness. Feel yourself as the one who's aware of everything that's now present. And just allow yourself to really rest into the pure awareness of being, open and spacious. This being awareness in which everything is coming and going. Awareness in which everything is welcome just as it is. In this being awareness, reflect upon all that has been or is now present. Sensations, emotions, beliefs, well-being. The experience of being pure awareness. Everything just as it is. Yourself just as you are. Now come back to your inner resource, your place of security and well-being, where you feel at ease. Notice your breathing, easy and rhythmic. Notice your face, relaxed. Your belly, hands and feet, warm at it and at ease. And just take a moment here to plant and nurture the seed of well-being deep within this place by just repeating silently to yourself, I am a well-being. I am a well-being. I am a well-being. Imagine going about your daily life, noticing sensations, emotions, thoughts, all constantly changing, yet all the while feeling yourself, experiencing yourself as unchanging, spacious awareness. And well-being. Take a long, slow breath in, and an even longer and slower breath out. Begin to make some small movements with your fingers and toes. Can begin to move the head a bit side to side, the hands and feet. And as always, the great gift of this practice in the comfort of your own home, you may choose now to stay exactly where you are or to change positions. Of course, the choices are to stay reclined but roll to one side and curl up. And that's a good place to start, even if you're sitting all the way up. If you stay on your side, please make sure that your head is supported. And if you're pressing yourself up, take your time. Go slowly. Stay in your body. Stay with yourself. Stay in the pure awareness. We'll end our time with an offering of loving kindness. As always, I'll offer loving kindness to you with a few statements and encourage you to repeat each of these statements, changing the word you to I so that you're offering yourself loving kindness as well. It's a very powerful practice. You can bring the palms of the hands together or the palms face down on the heart, or something different, or none of the above. May you be safe and healthy. May you have a calm, clear mind. May you have an open, loving heart. May you be at peace. May all beings on earth be at peace. May all beings on earth be at peace. Just take one more moment here to acknowledge that peace in the world begins within each of us as individuals. So the most valuable thing that we can do to cultivate peace on the planet is to cultivate peace within ourselves. Our world will never reflect something that is not nurtured within us. Our world will reflect what we nurture within us. It's good work. Thank you so much for your presence and your practice. I appreciate you so much. And as always, I'll send the recording for this class tomorrow so that you may enjoy it. You're very welcome. Bye for now.